Yeah, what's up, guys? Happy New Year. As you can see, I'm a little bundled up. Got my heavy hoodie on from Indy Ridge, the Hoodlum, because I'm going riding today. It's about 40 degrees today, but it's New Year's Day, so I want to start the year off right and get out and take a ride. And you know, mostly just make sure the bikes are still running and that they'll run in case I decide just to haul ass one weekend and take off. So well, let's go for a ride. Let's do it. All right, highlights on. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try to pretend that I think this isn't a just a dumb idea, but I need to get the bikes out, need to run them, need to get gas in them. It's winter. I have not been able to ride very much, and you know, having said that, I used to ride every day because that's how I got to work and back every day. So I don't know, man. This isn't quite like new roads for me. I used to go out, as you guys know. I had a bad accident the first of last year because I went riding in ice. So yeah, I do things that don't make much sense, but yeah, riding in the cold is not new to me, and it's usually a lot colder when I ride. So oh, girl wants to run today. I am thinking about getting some I've been thinking about this for a while, running 1540 in the bike in the winter, even maybe 1040, because it does not like to start when it's cold at all. So that's just something I'm thinking about, and I'm actually thinking about doing that this weekend. I have a friend coming down from Arkansas who was in the Navy with me. She joined the Navy when she was young, and I've known her now for, gosh, 15 years, 14, 15 years. And now she's been in for 15 years as a first-class petty officer. And now that I'm retired, you know, I don't get to see much of them because none of the guys I was in the Navy with, because, well, you just don't see them anymore. Once you leave the military, you know, they're still part of that long extended family, but you know, you're in different parts of the country. So she just got back from a deployment, and I figured I'd try to get with her before she leaves again and heads to parts unknown and parts unmentionable. She's curious about starting a YouTube channel of her own about traveling, because she travels a lot and goes to cool places. So I'm gonna give her some insight on that. She's gonna help me film, and we're gonna maybe edit and do some cool stuff this weekend and have a good time. But I'm also thinking about doing the front tire on the BMW because I've been putting that off. Doing an oil change on this thing because Harley's been doing all the oil changes on them because they were part of the package I had discounts. So now that the discounts are gone, I'm going to do them myself. You know, I've done all the research. That's what's important, even though I think of myself as a highly educated mechanic, and I'm very good at this stuff I do. But I always do research on stuff before I do it, because, you know, there's always those little perks, those little things that you don't know that you need to find out. Like, I would have never guessed that the BMW had two oil sumps in it. One way up in, when you pull the main oil plug, there's another plug about 6 inches up inside there, about 4 inches up inside there. But there's actually two sumps, and one's inside the other one. I would have never guessed that. So that's why you do research on things before you go, I can do this, I'm a full-grown ass man and I'm competent. And you just don't say things like that, because you don't know everything. Doesn't help to try to learn. I mean, doesn't hurt to try to learn everything, but just take it with a grain of salt that there's sometimes things you don't know. And a lot of the stuff, you know, it's common knowledge, and when you do the research, you're like, yeah, I could have guessed that. But don't try to guess, because that's when you get yourself in a lot of hot water. All right, let's get some gas in this bad girl. I'm also going to change this mirrored lens out. I ordered one. It's sitting in my shop, or sitting in the studio actually. So I'm going to change this out. All right, right now though, I'm going to get some gas. I'm going to shut up for a second and pump gas. All right, she wasn't very low. I only got 1.3 gallons. Like I said, I just been it's been winter. Haven't ridden this bike very much, but I'm still trying to get it out and run it around a little bit. Idling in the garage, keeping the oil hot, trying to keep the engine from just dying and the battery from dying. But so I didn't know how much fuel I'd burn out, since I can look at the gauge and tell, you know, it's yeah, I'm not neutral anymore. So I always check these things. But yeah, I couldn't look at the gauge and tell because it's most of the riding has been in the garage. So obviously 34 miles on 1.3 gallons, that's horrible gas mileage. But that's because it's been sitting in the garage, idling in the garage, gas evaporating away. So I don't use Stay-Bill. I burn gas out of them if I try to. Where I'm at, I'm lucky. Like I said, I get to ride most of the year, but I just haven't been lately. And I'll be honest with you, given the choice of riding in cold weather, suppose since I'm not used to it, the BMW is going to win probably most of the time. Nothing against the Harley, but I mean, it's just BMW. If you're going to run around, you want a comfortable ride, take off for the weekend, is going to give you a better ride. I am still thinking long term here, Lord willing and the creek don't rise, taking a trip on this bike after I get a seat that I can completely trust. I'm thinking about taking a ride to California in it. I may just take the BMW. That's also a could be thing. Actually, I probably will take the BMW. Oh, but I'm foggy. I got all my vents closed because it is, like I said, it's 40 degrees, so my shield is fogging up. And it doesn't help that it's also a little tinted, which fog on a motorcycle helmet is pretty bad. You don't want to really have a foggy helmet and try to ride on streets like this, especially because you can't see the potholes, you can't see the cats darting across the road. And if you can tell, the sun's starting to go down pretty quickly, actually. That's troublesome. And it's only like 3 o'clock. Oh man, I hate winter. I do hear that daylight saving time is on the table to get cut because our new incoming president, like him or love him, whatever, but he wants to cut daylight saving time, which I think is a fantastic idea because, you know, daylight saving time was for the farmers. It wasn't for people who live in these days, and it was for the farmers that didn't have any light and had to get out and work and try to make a living and try to extend their day a little bit. But even then, to me, I mean, I guess it really didn't make any sense. You're getting the same amount of daylight every day. Daylight savings time just doesn't make a lot of sense. Didn't back then. I don't know who, somebody probably at the time, somebody thought, oh my god, you're a genius, Bob, thanks for thinking of this. And then after everybody's days got messed up and they had to start waking up at a separate time and setting their clocks back, they probably went, Bob, you're a freaking idiot. But it was too late. Everybody had already bought into it. Now, there are countries who don't do daylight savings time. There's actually, I think, some states that don't do daylight savings time that never change their clocks. Because it just, like I said, it just doesn't make sense. I'll have to check back on that, but I do think there is some states, or at least one state I know, that does not do daylight savings time. And it just complicates things. If you ever look at the time zone map, there's even regions of the world who their time is actually not off by an hour as you cross a date line. It's off by 30 minutes. And it's really weird. There are some really weird time zones out there that are just, like I said, some things just don't make sense. Some stupid thinker thought of this because he didn't have anything better to do. He's paid to do dumb shit, and he had to come up with an idea. And like, Bob, come up with an idea. And he goes, I don't know, let's set the clocks back an hour at the most inopportune time possible. And that was Bob. We've talked about Bob, and we all talk about how stupid Bob is. Fucking Bob. Anyway, alright. Well, got this bike out, got some gas in it, got her nice and warm, and she's ran around, and she seems pretty happy. So now let's get on the other bike and do the same thing again. My nipples are kind of cold. I don't know if that's kosher table talk. Yeah, it is. It's my table. I'll talk about what I want to. All right. Now this one, which starts differently. Oh, that's a little sluggish. Okay. Switching to the other bike. All right. Big girl. Yep. She's, oh, that's much better. I mean, not that sorry, Harley. I didn't mean to beat you up like that. Yeah, this is a much more comfortable bike to ride. Got heated seats, heated grips. I can control my music from here. Got a map on it. Let's see. Let's turn on the heated grips. Let's do that. You don't need them much, just a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if the tires were a little low. We'll find out. We'll find out when we start riding. I still got to finish that project, the Power Wheels project. You probably just seen the video that I released on that one. I made it for Forgotten Angels. It didn't go because everybody knows there was a big hurricane. Things got bad. I changed jobs. Stuff just got crazy. So I did not go to Forgotten Angels this year. But I'm still going to finish it because it's a project I wanted to finish. Tires don't feel super low. Super low. But you know what is low? The gas level. Let's get that gas level up. Alright. And we got our windshield, got a big wind block. This is a completely different bike. Absolutely completely different. A lot more wind blockage. Like I said, like I told Lindsay a couple weeks ago, when you ride the Harley in the cold, it's like just air right in the beans. Just right in the beans. For this bike, the heated, obviously with the heated grips, the heated seat and stuff, it's a much more comfortable ride. Alright, tires 36 to 38, so we're about 6 pounds low. Normal operating pressure is 42 psi, so 36, 38, not that low. That's good enough to get me to the gas station. Then this weekend when I'm palling around with it, I'm changing the front tire anyway, so when that's the lowest one, so if it's gets a little more wear on this ride than normal, that'll be just fine. This bike does need to breathe a little bit. Well, I've actually had the Harley out, I believe, more in the last couple months than this bike. So it's, I feel like I've abused her a little bit. She's a little bit neglected. A little bit neglected. Do remember this though, if you do start your bikes in the winter and get them out and run them, at least run them until the engine is at operating temp. That means, like, you know, where your temp gauge actually goes all the way up and it starts regulating your temperature, because what you want to do is try to get all the moisture out of your engine cases. You pull a little bit of air into the oil box and the gas tank and all your engine components and stuff, and if you don't heat them up, then that moisture will stay. So it's not a bad idea, and there's a lot of different thoughts on that. People agree, people don't agree, whatever. I'm gonna do it because it's just good to get the bike warm every once in a while. Keep the oil from setting up, sludging, keep it mixed. It's just good for the bike. And I do know if you got iron and steel components in your engine casing and in your gearbox and stuff, and you're not keeping them oiled, well, they're gonna rust. They're gonna tarnish, they're gonna corrode, bad things are gonna happen. And the oil, it's good to keep it stirred up too, because it starts settling out and going acidic, and if it settles too much, all your sludge goes to the bottom and your acid rises to the top, and you get, you know, weird stuff happening in your engine. Again, same thing. Well, let's see what the actual temperature is. Let's see. 40.1 degrees. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. Yeah, I didn't lie. Not that I thought you would think I was lying, but I just wanted to prove that it's 40 degrees. But with this Indy Ridge hoodie, which I wish Steve would have went ahead and made this thing, because it is freaking awesome. It's got a liner inside. It's got Kevlar inside it. Gore-Tex, Nomex, Tilex, Freeze-X, whatever. I don't know the Steve's big on the percentages of weave and stuff and thread count, and all I know is it's comfortable, it's warm. When it's really, really cold, I'll actually put my Rev-It jacket over the top of it, and that helps even more. But it's 40 degrees. I'm riding in this jacket with this hoodie with my Indy Ridge gloves, and I am comfortable. That's all I can say about that. I'm not sure how much testimony you need. I'm out on a bike in 40 degrees. I'm on a motorcycle. And I did say, you know, my nips got a little cold, but dudes, I'm staying warm. I don't know if I can stress that enough. I'm on a motorcycle and I'm warm. All right, let's get some gas in this one. We can talk about stuff later. I can tell this for sure. Gas right now, $3.79 for the premium, which is what I put in the bikes, and that's not bad compared to like California and Canada, all those sea places that you want to live that are all communist now. Oh my God, California, communist, Canada, wow. But I cannot wait for the Trump effect to kick in all the way, where the gas will start coming back down, because this has just gotten ridiculous. And you guys can say what you want to. This is not a political thing. This has gotten ridiculous, where nobody's watching our backs anymore. Nobody's trying to keep the prices down to stuff. Nobody cares. They're actually raising the prices of gas and stuff because they want everything to go electric, and it's kind of stupid. If you guys didn't know, we spent $3 billion. America did. Biden did. To make, I think it was 12 or 13 electric mail trucks. You heard that right. I think Northrop Grumman or one of the military contractors got that contract. And I would like somebody to explain to me why we need to spend $3 billion to make electric mail trucks. Don't give me that global crisis crap, because we know it ain't happening. If our politicians really believe that, and all these superstars and wealthy people believe that shit, then they wouldn't be flying all over the world in their little private jets. They wouldn't be driving their superhuman, supersized SUVs around. So somebody owes me a better explanation than global warming, because nobody believes it. I would have loved to have caught that little weird ass little Icelandic girl, where the hell she was from, getting off the plane, getting off a jumbo jet, flying all around the world, and I'd have loved to caught her at the gate and said, "How dare you? How dare you?" Because it would have been funny. Yeah, Greta Thunberg. And the funniest one was this, was it the Canadian finance minister that was saying she didn't even own a car? And I guess people believed her until she got a speeding ticket in her car that she had. Go surprise. Yeah, there's a lot of weird hysterical crap going on with the elite, trying to convince us that they're not doing the things that they're doing, or trying to convince us that they can do things that we can't. Anyway, okay, off that horse. Look, motorcycle. I hope you guys are having a great year, the start to your year anyway, because I am. I'm having a great one, and I hope you guys too. I hope you guys are too. R2, D2. Anyway, what about to keep myself busy with? Well, okay, so I had a new job. Been working that job, climbing cranes and stuff. My old ass has been climbing again, and it has not been nice to me. It has not been good to me at all. So I'm actually thinking now about getting back into a factory job where I can just be a maintenance supervisor. I used to work service all the time. I was on a service truck, and I was literally on the road 6-7 days a week, 12 hours a day, climbing everything, driving all over the world. And for some dumb reason in my 50s, I thought, you know what would be cool? To get back in a service truck, because that would be awesome. You know what's not awesome? My old ass in a service truck climbing cranes at 50-something years old. I have no problem telling you that I am not having a good time doing this. Not at my age. It's not been fun. Pays good. If you guys want money, I'll tell you this: get into a technical field where I'm not talking about programming computers and shit. That's a niche field. If you get into maintenance, electrical, contracting, building, you will have a job for the rest of your life, because that's why this job pays so well, is nobody wants to do it. And all I'm really doing is going out and changing fuses and changing chains and wiring up, you know, buttons and switches and stuff, which, you know, it takes you about a year to learn that. But a lot of the place, like this place, you know, we just hired a guy who is a young guy in his early 20s and is a real go-getter and knows a little bit. And he's right in there, and he's learning stuff, and within a year he'll be working by himself, and he'll be making damn good money in his early 20s. And didn't take very much to learn it. You just need to be, like I said, in this field, to do this job, all you need to do is be young and a little bit strong and willing to learn, and you will have a job for the rest of your life. I don't know how we got into this whole college, let's go to college and learn things we're never going to use, when you can literally go to a company and say, I want to learn, and they're like, well, we'll pay you to learn, come to work. Whether that be mechanical, electrical, you know, paramedic. My daughter, as everybody knows, is a paramedic that started on a truck, started with a basic EMR license, then became an EMT, and now she's a paramedic. And they paid her. I literally had to pay for her EMR certification, paid for her test to take EMT tests, and then they paid her to do everything else, because they're so low. Nobody wants to do it. Nobody wants to do a job anymore that you get your hands dirty or bloody or poopy, but that's where the money is. Okay, guys. Well, the bikes are rested. They're feeling good. So, let's get the front facing for this one. So like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, and I will see you guys in the next video, where I think I'm going to be putting a new front tire on this thing, or changing the oil in this thing. And I've also partnered with another company to get rider pegs on this, and if that goes well, then I'm going to partner with another company, and they're just going to start sending me parts like another company used to. And then making videos and doing testimonials and how-to videos and how to put stuff together, and it's going to be pretty fun. So be there with me, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. This is going to be a good year, and we're going to have a lot of fun doing it. So see you next time. Bye.
Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell.